My main concern is not the physical aspect of who you are. I think this is a little triggering for me because I had never loved myself, not even once. I never loved the way I look. I never loved the way I talk. I never loved the way I sound. I never loved the way I express myself. And that was in the past. That was me during my middle school and high school years where I was trying to get to know myself. And then I got into a relationship for 9 years. And then I lost myself again. I always needed validation from the man I was dating. I constantly needed approval. I constantly say I'm sorry. I constantly say this and that. I constantly explain myself. And I'm tired of that. I really am. I had enough. So this year is the year where I finally realized about myself that I am enough. And it's hard to realize that right off the bat, But to love yourself, one, you need to take care of yourself. You need to do this for you. You need to do this for you. I repeat, do this for you, not for anybody else. No, not for your kids, not for your mother, not for your father, but do it for yourself first. Because I know it's good to be selfless, but it will eat you up. It will get you burnt out if you keep doing for other people. And that was the type of person I was. I always put everybody needs first, and I leave myself the last stick, the last back breadcrumbs, you know. So this video is just a talk. Really, it's just a talk. So you are loved. You really are. You are enough, and you don't need no one to tell you that you are enough. You don't need approval. You don't need their opinions. Let me ask you something. Do they pay your rent? And if they do, and if they treat you bad, you can always move out. Get your own money. Get a job. I know it sounds too easy to do because jobs are not easy to find nowadays. But hear me when I say this. The person who makes you a villain in their story is probably playing the victim. The person who plays the victim never is the villain. And I just think like there's a saying that goes, is your cup full or half empty? Is your cup empty, half full, or full? I don't know. But yeah, I'm just saying, like, to love yourself, you gotta go back to the source. Why are you on this planet? Why are you here? Why do you have a purpose? What is your purpose? What is your purpose? Do you just want to work to your 9 to 5 job? I'm not shaming anybody who does. I'm just saying, like, have you ever woken up? I just think, do I wake up to live or I live to wake up? Or I'm messing this up. Do I live to work or I work to live? All this stuff. And you got to be comfortable in your skin. You don't have to do too much. You don't have to be sorry. You don't have to explain yourself to people who don't care about you, to people who don't want to hear it, to people who don't have the spiritual ears to hear you. Let the people of the church, or let the people who have spiritual ears hear. Let people who have spiritual eyes see. Let people who have spiritual nose smell. I don't compete with anybody. Let me just say that. The only person you should be competing with is yourself. You shouldn't be competing with anyone. Beauty is a double standard. Like, I don't know how to say this, but the more you compete with yourself, the more you get better every day. That's what I think. It doesn't mean that you have to not give yourself grace. You can give yourself grace. For example, you can make a habit tracker and you could track how many bottles you drink a day of water. And if you make at least minimum is 3, but maximum is 5, you can reward yourself with a little nice baked cake or something. Or if it depends on your goals or your task. And, you know, to love yourself is discipline. Discipline, self correct. When someone corrects you, when God corrects you, it's not to put you to shame, but it's to help you improve. If someone doesn't tell you something stuck in between your teeth, or doesn't tell you, have the guts to tell you what you did wrong, then they're not your friend. I have no friends for years. I only have acquaintances, and even though the acquaintances be drifting away from me, and I just see that as protection. I don't care what anybody thinks with me being a red flag for not having friends. I chose not to have friends. I can maintain friends, but I chose not to. And I have a lot of healing to do. I really do. When you're healed, when you're healed inside and out, it will show. You will glow. It's not about the lip injections you get. It's not about the nose rhinoplasty you get. It's not about the physical aspect. It's your body is a temple. And by you having copulation or intercourse with a lot of people, and I'm not shaming anybody, you do you. But I just love you that I'm telling you this. It's very sacred. Your body is very sacred. And sex, it means sexual energy exchange. If you think about it. When you're having that with another person, you're taking in, you're receiving, and as a woman, you're the receiver. You receive, you're absorbing like a sponge. And this goes back to what I was talking about in my other video. If you haven't watched it, it's called if you've been in no contact or something. And I had so much love for this person. I really did. I gave my body, my time, my energy, and everything I got to him. And in return, this man, what he does, he cheats. He emotionally cheated. He did it in his heart. And if he already did it in his heart, he would do it in physical aspect. It already happened in the physical. You say you're satisfied with me in every aspect, but yet you're here watching OnlyFans girls and talking to OnlyFans women or men, whatever it may be. I'm not shaming the OnlyFans girls. I'm shaming him for not having self-control. And when I look back at myself, I ask, do I have self-control too? No, I don't. And so I forgive this person and I try to heal, of course, because I am healing right now. I'm in the process of healing. There's something that may trigger me. That is the thing that I need to heal. When someone makes you mad, when someone makes you sad, they're in control. You're the puppet. Anger makes you a slave, a mental slave to yourself. Once I stopped taking things personal, I began to self-love myself. Like, I love myself. I began to see things from a bigger picture. I don't care if anybody thinks I'm ugly, attractive, or of that matter. I'm fine the way I am. I'm fine the way I am. A little story time. I grew up being called ugly. I grew up being bullied. That did not give me an excuse to be a piece of shit. That did not give me or change me into being a piece of shit or a bitch or a miserable bitch. No. I'm still a savage, but I will be in a classy way. And just because I dress a certain way, like closed up, like not showing cleavage or like modest, doesn't give you the right to shame me for not dressing trashy. And I'm sorry, no offense. I'm not shaming anybody who dresses trashy. I'm saying the fact that if you're coming for me, I'm coming for you. So that's one aspect I need to heal on myself as well. This is not about me. This is about us. We really need to talk. Do you think that man, do you think that woman loves you? Why do you, this is, I'm sorry, but this is like not a rant, but I just think like some people get into relationships too fast. And that's what the mistake I made with this man. I got into it too fast. I didn't get to know him. And you know what happened? After 9 years, I asked him, "What do you like about me?" He couldn't answer. So, as a matter of fact, what I'm saying is do not give your body, do not give your time. Time is precious. Do not give your time and energy to someone who may use you, who may try to siphon your energy, who may try to block your blessings. And I'm not saying in any way that this man blocked my blessing, but I noticed that there was resistance everywhere when I was with this man. So God really took me out. This is not about religion. I personally believe in God. And I've been battling a lot. It's not my battle, it's his battles. But I've been battling a lot of things that people don't know about. And you're going to come to me and say, I have it easy because of the way I look. That's kind of ironic because I'm not calling myself beautiful or whatever. I'm average to myself. But what's average to other people, who knows? So let's not define beautiness or with self-love. Self-love, beautiness is only the tip of the iceberg. It's only the dressing of the salad. The salad is you. The tomatoes, the cucumbers, the salad, a lettuce. The dressing is only the makeup, the body. But the vegetables is what is inside of you. Sounds so wrong, I know. But what I'm saying, you get what I'm saying, is that it's inside. What counts inside? Your heart. God looks at your heart. And if your heart is full of dead bodies, full of anger, this you need to really heal. And I'm gonna just talk to you like a sister. I'm gonna talk to you like a big sis or a small sis, whatever. Like, it's not about your face, it's not about your body. You can use that for money, but in other words, life gets, when you have intellect, when you're smart and attractive, you're going to be a threat to people. When you know who your worth is, oh, how dare she know your worth, her worth. That's when you weed out the bad people. And that's what I started to be. I started to be unapologetically myself. I started to not apologize. I started to not explain. They could write me as a villain all they want. But at the end of the day, the truth will reveal itself in the end. So yeah, that's that. I'm sorry I'm talking too much. I rarely post on here anyway. So if you liked my video, you can like and subscribe. If you don't, then it's fine. But I hope you have a good day and good night, good evening, whatever your day is, and you have a good one. Thank you. Bye bye.